do with my upcoming wedding. Do you know how much you'll be giving us to pay for it?
What? How much I'll be giving you?
At the very least, I'm hoping for $10,000. No, wait, $20,000 from you. If that's how much you'll be giving me, then we can keep things the way they've been planned out.
Now hold on just a second there. You're asking for me to give you $20,000 for your guys' wedding?
I plan to give a really fun wedding with all of my friends there. But we're going to need a pretty big wedding venue to do something like that, right? I also want the decorations to be gorgeous, which is going to cost me a pretty penny, I think. But that's why I'm wanting you to give me some decent financial help here.
$20,000 is way more than you should be asking for. I plan on giving you guys a far more understandable amount for your wedding present, okay?
What? You're giving me that money as a present and not as a support for the wedding itself? You should be separating the two for me. I don't mind you giving us money as a gift as well, but when it comes to the cost of our wedding, I'd like you to try a little harder to give us a larger amount of money.
What did you just say? I'll have you know that I don't plan on paying for you guys' wedding.
What?
I'm not supporting you guys financially, alright? I plan to give you guys money as a present, and that's all.
Then what's gonna happen to my wedding? Both of us plan on inviting close to 100 friends alone. If we don't have the money to pay for a decent wedding venue, then we won't be able to invite them all.
You really plan on inviting that many people?
I just told you, I want all my friends here to celebrate with me. At the very least, there will be 100 of them. And if anything more than that should be coming...
I don't care how many people you guys want to invite, because that is going to be your wedding. But when it comes to your wedding, it should be based around how much you both have saved up for it, and not around what others are willing to give you money-wise. If you can't afford to get a larger wedding venue with the savings that you have, then you're just not going to be able to afford it. You've had plenty of time to save up for an event like this, so you should have been thinking about that whole time how much money you'd need.
Huh? So you're telling me to just give up on having all my friends here at my gorgeous wedding that I had planned? A wedding is something that only happens once in everyone's lifetime. You're telling me to give up on the dreams I've had for a while now? Ugh.
If you don't want to give up on them, then you'd rather find a way to get yourself some more money. And if you're saying you don't want to give up on it, but also don't want to pay for it, then you're just being a selfish child.
So your cheap old butt is going to preach to me about it? Are you trying to harass me now?
What?
If you're not even going to give me any money, then I don't want to listen to your annoying preaching anymore. By the way, it's insane that you're not going to give us any money at all for this wedding. Devon is your oldest son, right? This is the wedding of your oldest son, so it's normal for the parents to have to pay for everything.
I'm sure things in the past were that way. But in this day and age, I'm past all that ceremonial crap. This household isn't some well-off group of famous people.
But Devon is an executive director already, but he's still so young. He is one of the most important people in your family that you should be boasting around. Yet you're not even going to be supporting him in his wedding? I cannot believe this. Could this really be you trying to harass me now?
Excuse me?
You hate me, and that's why you won't give me the money, right? I can't believe that in this day and age, there's still someone who enjoys picking on their son's wife. I never thought of you of all people, Madison, would be willing to do such a ruthless thing. If that's the way you want to act now, then I have something for you. Don't expect either one of us to be there for you in your old age to care for you.
I never expected either one of you to be there for me. Now, Kyrie, would you please calm down already? I have not been trying to harass you in any way.
Then give me the dang money I've been asking for. You should be more than capable of handing over $20,000, right? If you're not harassing me the way I think you are, then find out a way to give me that money.
Cole, do you have a moment to talk? I have something I want to say about Devon and Kyrie.
You want to talk about them? Did something else happen between you guys?
Actually, just a little while ago, Kyrie was asking me to help fund their wedding for them. She asked that I give her $20,000 for it.
$20,000?
But I told her no because I planned to give her money as a gift for their wedding. That's when she blew up on me in a rage. Since then, I haven't been able to get anything from her because she continued to ignore me. I have even tried to talk with Yvonne about it, but even he is ignoring me.
So you've gotten into more trouble with them, huh, Mom?
Before those two got married, I have always thought of Kyrie as being a very quiet and refined woman. But ever since they got married, she's changed just a slight bit.
She hasn't changed, Mom. I have always been having issues with that woman since the day Devin first introduced us.
What?
You're not the only one that's had some trouble with those two. Anytime I've met with Carrie, she always asks me why I'm not married yet. Then she'll go on about how she's heard that I've never had a girlfriend before and say that that's insane.
Kyrie has been saying all those sorts of things to you?
Devin was always such a good-looking man back in school and had all the women he ever wanted. And then after graduating from school, he was able to land that position as an executive director on the path to becoming a CEO. Carrie seems to think that means that I have achieved nothing compared to him and is always making fun of me for it.
What the hell is wrong with that woman? Why haven't you allowed that to happen to you, Cole?
I think she's picked that up from Devin himself. Ever since elementary school, he's always been making fun of me for being plain and not being so outgoing.
I don't find you to be plain, and you may not be as outgoing, but you think things through before acting and always get good results because of it. There are tons of amazing things about you that those two just can't see. Those two are unbelievable.
Thank you for saying that, Mom. I have become used to all of that, though, and things go a lot more smoothly for me now. Honestly, I think that a lot of things are more tough for you now. Does this mean that you're going to start paying for their wedding now?
Absolutely not! I would never pay for the wedding for a couple as horrible as they are. Especially when Kyrie has been such a jerk to the both of us. I actually seem to think me not paying for them has helped you and I out a lot by expanding the gap between us and them. If they seem to think it's acceptable to treat you and I like that, then I don't want anything to do with them.
Right. You would never suck up to someone as toxic as her. I want to know what she was even trying to do acting that way towards you. What was she trying to achieve there? Doesn't she know that the company Devin is working for currently is your company?
I wonder the same thing. I am not only the CEO of that company, but also Devon's boss. Her treating her husband's boss and mother like that is something I will never be able to understand. Should I punish him in order to make her understand?
Hold on there, Mom. I don't want to know what kind of wrath would unfold if you did something like that to those two.
Sorry. For the time being, I suppose the best thing to do would be stay away from those two. I'm sure that once their wedding is over with, Kyrie will calm down a bit and we can stop worrying about the sour attitude of hers. At least that's what I'm praying for right now. Kyrie, congratulations. That was a very beautiful wedding you had today.
Ah! Madison, thank you for contacting me at the perfect time. There was something that I totally forgot to tell you today at my wedding.
Oh, and what might that be?
Starting today, both Yvonne and I will be cutting ties to you, so please never ever talk to either one of us again.
What? What do you mean you're both cutting ties to me? Why would you even say that?
You actually went through with not helping us out in any way financially, so we had to come to this conclusion.
What?
You saw just how upset I became, yet you still didn't choose to give me any money. And when it just came to that gift you gave us, it was just $5,000. I have no desire to become closer to a cheapo grunge like you.
Excuse me?
I couldn't believe something like that happened. That was the wedding of your older son, and yet you cheaped out on it. Did you think we'd be thankful for a measly $5,000? We're not going to bother you anymore, and we for sure won't be letting you meet your grandchildren.
I told you months ago that I would not be paying for your guys' wedding. Yet now you're going to be cutting ties with me just because things didn't go the way you wanted them to be? And now you've just gone and called the $5,000 I gave you to be measly? You have no right saying something like that about a gift given to you.
Huh? No matter how I try to look at it, you put no effort or thought into that amount. I've seen Devon giving you way more money to help support you in your life, so don't cheap out on us when it was my wedding we were talking about. Oh,
What? Did you just say I've been getting money from Devon?
I know that right now you're getting a massive allowance from Devon. Every month you get close to $10,000 from him. Because of that, you've been able to spend every day of your life doing nothing besides relaxing, right? Yeah, when it came to his wedding, the wedding of the man that makes your life sitting back relaxing possible, you showed no gratitude at all. What? You've been given that life of fortune by a young executive director. However, you chose to cheap out on him and his wedding, which I'll never be able to understand. I don't want to think of you as my mother-in-law anymore. All you are now is a filthy parasite. Ah! Excuse me? And that's why today we are both cutting ties to you. And when we have kids, we won't tell you a single thing about them. Parasites are not allowed to meet our children. Don't you ever come around us again, you crappy old hag. Then I'll make the next CEO my younger son. What? I never once thought that my own daughter-in-law would sort of call me a parasite of all things. If that's how you're going to talk about me, then we're done here. I don't have a daughter-in-law anymore. And I don't have two sons anymore since my older one decided to join you in wanting to cut ties with me. If you don't want me near you both anymore, then tell Devon to never come back to my company ever again. Your company? What? What the hell is this all about now? As a CEO, I'm going to make sure to relay all this information to the HR department. I will no longer allow Devon to work for me anymore. If you guys want to cut ties with me so badly, then you tell him to hurry up and get out of my company. He is no longer the executive director. What? What do you mean you're the CEO? That company Devon has been working on, he built with his friend, right? So how the hell could you all people be the CEO of it now? So that's the kind of lie Devon has been you believing. No wonder you were never respecting me the way I felt I should have been. What? Lie? Go ahead and ask for the truth from Devon himself. And please let him know that his mother calls him a dumbass now. And don't forget to tell him he's no longer working for me. I will be going now. You wanted this to happen, so don't ever talk to me again.
Hey, Mom. Why are you removing me from the position of executive director and having me fired? And now you're making Cole the next CEO? What kind of screw-up company are you trying to create now?
This company won't be screwed up because Cole happened to be very mature for his age. He's also happened to be more responsible than you, hence why he'll be the next CEO now. I won't ever give up my company to a son who thinks he can get away with calling his mother a parasite.
What?
Now before I begin to tear you a new one, please explain yourself completely to me. Tell me what the hell this allowance of close $10,000 a month is that you've been telling Kyrie about.
That was,
And let's not forget your other lie about how the company I made was made by you and your friend. I have no idea at all what the hell you've been up to and why you lied about so many things, so let's start with you explaining everything to me.
I just really want to get that company. Because of you, I was being made to look like an idiot. That's why I made up some things to try and get Kari to not dig into me.
What are you talking about? Who has been the one making you look like an idiot?
You. And you've been making me look that way to all those freaks from middle school. For the longest time now, I've been having to run into them all at my class reunions. There was this one who was a total loser back in school who went and got promoted big time. And now he's going to become the CEO of that company, and I'm going to be destroyed by all of them freaks? What the hell have you done, Mom?
That's why you wanted to become the CEO so soon?
That's right. I could have become the CEO by now and showed all of them, but you still have not stepped down from your position yet. So for a while now, I've had to lie to Kari about everything. And I'm sure now that since she's gone and told you that she would cut ties to you now, you're freaking out on the inside. I thought that would be the case at least, and that you would give me the company in order to get her to not cut ties to you. That's why I asked her to say all those things to you.
Huh? So you're telling me you did all of that to Kyrie just because you felt you were getting picked on by all of the people you once picked on back in middle school?
Shut up! I need to get your company, so hurry up and just give it to me. That's all you have to do, yet now you're making things even worse by giving the company to Cole of all people. No freaking way this can be happening. I'm far better than that pile of trash. Good point. You are far better than me. And there happen to be plenty of people in this world who are way better than me. But the thing is, you may be better than me on paper, but in reality, I am far superior than you. Huh? Mom just gave me her phone in a fit of rage. I was wondering why she would be so upset, but then I had to look through everything you've been saying to her. Yo, Cole, are you really calling yourself better than me when all you are is a plain old loser? You've never even touched a girl before, and you barely have any friends. You really think some chump like you is better than me of all people? No damn way. I don't recall people caring that much about the amount of friends one has in the workplace. And the same goes for any kind of romantic relationship. I just want to become the CEO, and in that regard, I'm doing okay based off my accomplishment and my appeal to the rest of the employees and moms. And since things like that are what really matter, then there is no chance of you becoming the CEO. The only way you were able to find a job in the first place was by begging Mom to have to force you in. What was that? The only reason you were ever able to even become the executive director is because Mom hated hearing you whine and cry all the time. Luckily for myself, though, I have a little bit of decency. And that's why I never whined about everything and just focused on bettering myself in order to get a job. And with all the accomplishments I've had, that's led me to become an executive director myself. Did you know that for some time now, I've been doing the same exact job as you before another company? What? A stinking freak like you? I hope this goes to show that it's not about touching women and having friends in this world. It's about being responsible and doing one's job well. Also, I have only ever been made fun of by you and Carrie. Everybody else respects me because of the goals I've and the ones I've so far accomplished. So please, don't worry about Mom's company any longer because I've shown that I can take excellent care of it. Screw you! Mom's company is mine! Please don't talk about Mom's company like it's some kind of toy. There are tons of people whose lives depend on working there and need to be taken seriously. They all go to that company every day to put in some honest work and get paid. Someone who could never understand that will never become a CEO. Shut the freak up, you dick! Who do you think you are talking back to your older brother like that? Do you want me to cut ties to you now? Jesus Christ, I can't seem to get through to you. If you want to cut ties to me, then please do so. It's not going to improve your chances of getting Mom's company, though.
Madison! I'm so sorry about what happened yesterday. Could you please find some way to forgive me? I was lied to you by your son, okay? Devon brainwashed me into thinking you were the worst mother ever.
He brainwashed you, huh? I suppose some of this has to be blamed on his lies.
That's right. This is all his fault.
But was it him that was complaining all the time about me needing to give you both money for that wedding?
Huh?
Even if he was lying to you about me, does that excuse your behavior towards me? Like how you started to claim that I was harassing you by not giving you both any sort of funding for your guys' wedding. You were also the one calling that gift I gave you so measly. He may be to blame for lying to you, but in my mind, that does not excuse the way you behave towards me.
I was just really excited to have myself a really huge and luxurious wedding. I never actually meant it that way. I want to apologize for all of that, so please forgive me. Please.
Now hold on there. You don't have to apologize for any of that. We already cut ties to one another, so there's no going back now.
What?
When you cut ties to me, you made me feel like a complete and wanted stranger. So you coming up to me now, asking for forgiveness and apologizing is only causing more trouble.
Wait, please. We don't have to cut ties to one another anymore, so let's get back to being really close to one another, Madison.
Excuse me?
You don't really want to cut ties to me, right? You have been so excited to see the face of your first grandbaby, right? So let's just forget all of the crap that happened before and call one another family again. That way, even you can be happy again, right?
I'd be even more upset if that happened. Ugh. And that's why I'm totally content with having cut ties now.
What?
Cutting ties to someone can't be easily reversed. And after what you said to me before, I don't think I can see you or Devon as family anymore. I'm ready to end this conversation right now and block you because of how little I care about you both now. So please forget about me. All I am to you now is just another random old lady.
Please don't say that kind of threatless stuff. Devon has even thought all of this over and learned his lesson, so please let your older son and his wife become close to you again. If you take back what you said about wanting to cut ties, we'd be happy to even live together with you and take care of you. To someone like you, Madison, there isn't anything else in this world that could make you happier than that, right?
I don't need you guys around me. Remember, I'm the CEO of a large company, and I have all the money I need to take care of myself as I age. I don't need some poor excuse of a wife like you around.
What?
Now that I've gotten that off my chest, give up. I've already finished all the paperwork stating that your husband is no longer employed by me. And alongside the paperwork, I have concluded everything needed to make sure that Nicole will become the next CEO.
No way.
I am doing everything that you asked for when treating me so horribly, so be grateful. Now you and your husband of yours will never need to come around me again. This crappy old hag has followed through with her promises to you, word for word.
I'm so freaking sorry, Madison. I want to apologize to you for the rest of my life, so please forgive the both of us. Don't fire Devon, please.
He's already gone. Now goodbye. I hope the both of you can learn to live without your husband's side of the family from now on. In the end, I made sure that my older son Devon was completely removed from my company. After that, he went to his friend who ran a company of his own and started to yell at his friend to let him into this company since he used to be an executive director for my company. However, his friend knew better and told him no right on the spot because he could never let someone with such childish attitude into his company. So as of right now, Devon is sitting around at home doing nothing with his life because he can't get a job with his unnecessary high pride can deal with. As for Kyrie, she continued to light up my phone with message after message about how she was so sorry and wanted forgiveness. But I never looked at a single one of them up close and continued to ignore her. That's what cutting ties to someone is all about, and that's exactly what she was asking for from me. When it comes to my younger son, Cole, after being made the new executive director, he immediately began to show everyone why he was chosen by me to take the position. He even created a new department within my company, and the department took off in no time and made sure that my company ended the year with major profit. And that means going into this new year, we will be expecting far more resumes from all sorts of people, and we'll open up 100 new positions within the company. I like to think that Cole will become an even better CEO than me when he takes a seat, and I am ready to look forward to that day.